Hey everybody, this is letter C responses, 4-2 with 10, and I'm really sorry that I haven't posted this earlier. I'm a week behind on this, and it was because West Indian Girl had 2 shows last week, and then I Will Never Be the Same had another show, so I'm sorry about that. The next few letters are going to be all 1 week apart. So again, sorry about that. Let's get started with letter C comments. Alright, Scott, up in Northern California, this is a great first one. I was really happy about Corner Shop. You know, a lot of people only know Corner Shop. Oh, by the way, this is Serge Gainsbourg, a friend of mine named Joe, lent me this CD. It's pretty cool because it's got Sly and Robbie. I think he recorded it with Sly and Robbie like in Jamaica or somewhere down there. It's pretty great. Okay, so Corner Shop. Corner Shop, a lot of people think this is, I think it was an 80s, this came out in 2002. This record that you suggested, it was Lessons Learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky 3. Great title. This was a cool song. I ended up watching this video like 5-6 times. A lot of people will just remember Corner Shop from Brimful of Asha, and I was happy to learn a little more about them. And I think an interesting thing that I learned was that they hated Morrissey. That was part of their whole, you know, gimmick when they came out, is that they just really hated Morrissey. I guess we have something in common. The Chameleons was an early 80s band. You know, it's cool to listen to. I don't own any. I don't even know if I'd listen to any if I had some. So, Corner Shop, great. Okay, Nick, you know what? This is great, although I'm running this with John Coltrane goes in J's, not C's. So I'm not doing this by last name, it's by first name. That's C, like Andy Dick, it'd go under Andy, A. Bill Cosby, go under B's, not C's. So John Coltrane, I like John Coltrane, but we'll have to get to that one. We're at J's. And Graham Collier, that septet is great learning about, but we got to get to him when we're in G's. So, sorry about that one. Lola suggested Carney. I've heard of Carney 3 different times, and it's always been from girls. I went to their site, and I didn't like this band. I know I think they're a pretty up-and-coming band in LA now. Reminded me of the Beatles, sort of. Let It Be Beatles, but just didn't hit me. I'm sure they'll be huge though. Okay, John C. Cut Copy from Australia. You're one of the first of a few people to bring up Cut Copy. Cut Copy is poppy dance band. I like some of the instrumental stuff. It seemed a little cooler than the stuff that came in with vocals, and I just didn't really like some of the dance stuff, which I thought was a bit weak. Overall, I think Cut Copy is a sort of a safe, trendy band, and it's safe in a way that there's just not much edge to them. Obviously, a ton of people like this band, and more than a few people recommended it. Okay, Derek A., he also suggested Cut Copy. You know what, I didn't really hear the Little Dark that you mentioned. I probably would like more of their darker stuff. Then you also suggested CSS, which is a Brazilian dance pop band. I first heard of CSS. A friend of mine, Michael McLaughlin, sent me the CD, and I had it in my car for a while. And then I think my ex-girlfriend ended up taking it. Never really got into it, although in this rare instance, I like the video more than the song. Usually it's the opposite case. I usually don't end up liking the videos, and I like the song. Okay, so But you know what? CSS is doing their own thing, and I have to give them credit where credit's due. Dan Lavelle. Dan, Drunk Dial Dan. Bonjour. You suggested Conjure One, which is the guy from Frontline Assemblies band. Dan, this was complete shit. I did not like this at all. And then you suggested Citizen Cope, which again, you struck out 2 for 2 with his strikeouts, Dan. Yeah, singer-songwriter. Citizen Cope's from Memphis, sort of a DJ thing, sort of a white pseudo-soul kind of thing. It just doesn't, it's not my thing at all. But where are my messages, though? I wish you would have just called me and left me a message. Okay, okay, after Dan, let's go to Rick T. Rick T, you suggested the Coors, which the Coors, I really hate the Coors. Irish band, all family. Great at what they do, something I just don't like. Then you went on with another Irish musician, Cara Dillon. Again, more of the same from me. But I liked learning about it. I liked reading what you had to write. And thanks a lot for sending that in. Let's go with Lola. Yeah, you like Crow Black Dove. Alright, Sweets. Sweet suggested Cut Copy. So then she went to Cat Power. Cat Power, great. Love Cat Power. Probably surprised a lot of people because, yes, she's singer-songwriter, but she's darker and her lyrics are really super clever. Sometimes they're just scathing, and you need to listen to Cat Power. I ended up playing Cat Power on Halloran Show on 94.9 last Sunday, and I'm really happy that you suggested Cat Power because it is a, you know, sort of the rare example of singer-songwriter that I like. Then you went on to mention Handsome Boy Modeling School. I liked Handsome Boy Modeling School when they first came out. I really haven't listened to much of them since, and this was a song with Cat Power. The song you actually suggested with Cat Power I didn't like, which was a cover of Sea of Love. I recommend Nude as the News. Okay, that was good though. Z, how are you, Z? I just saw you in San Diego. Computer Club is... Okay, that's a UK indie pop band, and I thought it sort of sounded like the Doves for a second, but then it sounded like every other English band that doesn't differentiate themselves from one another, and so I vote no. Costanza, which I think was Tricky's backup singer, I watched all the videos you sent me. I kind of liked one of the videos of her in the train, but it's not something that I would really probably add. Maybe I would add it to my library and maybe listen to it if it came up on a random play.